Donald Trump has declared himself to be the acting president of Venezuela, even though all the countries refuse to acknowledge his claim. Most people think that Donald Trump should be more considerate of other countries' opinions. He should not be so narcissistic. And this is why their dating life sucks. The reason why you cannot get girls effortlessly into your life, the reason why you have to cold approach women like an NPC in order to attract them is because you do not have enough faith in yourself like Donald Trump has. So in this video, you are going to learn how to use your imagination and faith in order to attract the right kind of women into your life without having to cold approach them like an NPC. Most men think that they need looks, money, status, social skills in order to attract beautiful women in their life, but they massively underestimate the power of their own imagination and faith. And I understood this during COVID lockdown. At that time, I was dealing with anxiety, panic attacks, depression, and some days I just felt like I don't want to exist in this world anymore. I felt like my whole life is already predetermined by my past traumatic experiences and genetics. But by complete accident, I found this book called The Biology of Belief. This book introduced me to an idea that my emotional state is always either upregulating or down-regulating my genetic expression, which means my body, my biology is subject to my own mind. After learning this information, I immersed myself in the study of mind body connection, and all the experts of mind body connection were telling me the exact same thing, which is my mind not only influences my body, but it is actually influencing my whole physical reality. The life circumstances, situation, events, and even the people that come in my life are all getting influenced by my mental activities. This idea was not just interesting to me, it could actually explain my whole life. Because when I looked back, whenever I was drowning in the emotion of negativity or guilt for a sustained period of time, all of a sudden my life went to crap. Relationships started to become chaotic. People used to treat me bad, and life felt like one big problem after another. Conversely, when I used to feel happier, light, confident, people used to be nice to me, relationships flowered, and life felt easier. So this was not random, this was not coincidence. I figured that whatever goes on inside of my own internal world of thoughts, imagination, feelings, self concept always externalizes as my life circumstances in my physical world. When I understood this, I stopped going out. I stopped cold approaching women in order to attract them. I stopped reading all these weird psychology books in order to fix my mental health issues. I simply learned how to change my inner world. I learned how to meditate correctly. And when I did that, my dating life became effortlessly easy, and all these annoying mental health issues started to lose their grip on me. So, when you hear the word meditation, you do not have to think of some guy who is living at the top of Himalayas, just breathing and doing some hand mudras. Meditation is just a way to use your imagination and faith wisely. Now, let me tell you an uncomfortable fact. There are three levels of men in our world. The first level of men is what I like to call the uninitiated NPC. This guy does not understand the power of his own imagination and belief and faith. He thinks that he needs money, looks, status, social skills in order to attract women in his life. This is why his dating life sucks forever. The sad part is most men never ascend from this level 1 to level 2. However, if life decides to initiate this guy, maybe by exposing him to these kinds of videos, he has a chance to ascend to level 2. The level 2 man is what I like to call the awakening creator, because he now starts to awaken to the fact that his imagination and his belief and his emotional pattern is always influencing his physical reality. So he learns how to meditate. He learns how to visualize wonderful things happening to him. He learns how to feel the elevated emotions of joy, gratitude, victory out of his imaginal act. But when his meditation session is over, after he opens his eyes, he immediately falls back to desperation. He starts to see if that girl has texted him back or not. But there is the third level of men, and this is where you should aspire towards. This level is called the Master Alchemist. This guy understands that feeling is the secret. He has learned the art of Yoga Nidra. If you do not know what Yoga Nidra is, it is a process where you guide your attention through your body parts one by one until you achieve a state of relaxation. Your breathing rate starts to slow down, your brain waves start to slow down, you get an access to your subconscious mind, you are connected to the generous, eternal present moment. The master alchemist can provide all the sensory vividness to his imaginal act. He can vividly imagine that the women he wants is already in his life. In his own imaginal act, all these beautiful women are looking at him with their pupils dilated because they are so attracted towards him. They are complimenting him, saying things like, "Oh my God, you're so amazing." He can even smell the perfume on these beautiful women's bodies. His brain starts to believe that all these wonderful things are happening to him in real time. He can mentally rehearse this imaginal act over and over again until he starts to feel the elevated emotions of joy, gratitude, victory, satisfaction, and thrill. He can sustain these elevated emotions for a long time so that his imagination must get externalized into his physical reality. He has properly understood the concept of Maya. Maya is a yogic concept, which means our physical reality is Maya, is an illusion, because it is just an extension of our own mental activities. The best part is, after his meditation session is over and he opens his eyes, he's not desperate for his desired outcome. He lets go. He lets the world reshuffle itself until whatever he has visualized actually happens in his physical reality. He confidently expects that all his imaginal acts must get materialized in his life. Here is what most people do not understand. They can understand how to visualize good things happening to them, but they do not understand the concept of faith. The way to have faith in your imaginal act is to feel the elevated emotions of joy, gratitude, victory, satisfaction out of your imaginal act. When you can imagine that your desired outcome has already happened, then you will start to feel satisfied and victorious. That is faith. Now, if you're listening to this video up to this point, you belong to one of two categories of guys. The first guy, he understands everything in this video intellectually, but he goes back to his life and repeats his same old pattern. The second guy wants to let his nervous system get a feel of what it is like to become a master alchemist. If you're the second type of guy, listen to me very carefully. I have created something called the emotion pill, not as content, not as motivation, but as a guided meditation experience. Through this experience, you are going to get access to the exact state that I have been describing. You will notice that your body has relaxed, your breathing rate has slowed down, your analytical, talking mind has stepped aside, and you will be generating all these elevated emotions of joy, happiness, gratitude, satisfaction, relief, victory without any effort. Most importantly, you are going to come out of meditation feeling whole, feeling complete, not feeling desperate. Because only the feeling of wholeness, satisfaction, and completeness is going to rearrange your reality. I have kept this 6-minute guided meditation experience paid on purpose because free information creates a lot of spectators, but a real experience is going to create true transformation in people's lives. The access to the emotion pill is $100. If you want it, just send me a text in the Gmail that is present in the pinned comment section. Write me emotion pill and I will provide you all the details. Now, I also offer one-to-one personalized premium coaching for a few men who are ready to level up their dating life in the fastest rate possible. These men have already gotten some sort of monetary success in their life. They have already tried cold approaching. They have already tried all the superficial advice that society likes to give to men. Just go out, just upgrade your confidence. However, they have come to realize that real attraction can only happen from your internal state. So if you want to work with your subconscious mind, your imagination, your faith, your emotions, your attention, so that you can change your self-concept at a root level, and you want to make attraction natural, effortless, then this coaching is for you. Send me a text in the Gmail and we will get started fast.